and how you're changing it for the girls in your school, and what kind of impact have you seen?
Yeah. So, we are girls and boys, 2/3 girls, 1/3 boys. So, anyway, but during online classes, the problem we were facing was attendance and engagement from our students. One, because, really remote and no, all of that. So we decided instead of, we would give random tests in between. And they could be, we are no announcing, nothing. It could be as simple as a 5-question Google form, right? And some of the teachers would just post it in the chat group we used to do on Google Meet and give them 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, close the form, right? So no more responses. So that way we knew attendance also and engagement as well. So that's how our kind of formative assessment started last year during the online classes. And so when the teachers came back, so then they started becoming very adept in making these little tests, or it was a reverse, presentation as we talked, there's one point you all made about cross-disciplinary testing. So having more than one subject so that the burden is not just on one. So you do a project and then they do a presentation, and 2 subject teachers or 3 subject teachers or whatever it is could do the assessment at the same time. So when the students came back, we then decided that we would make this a regular feature. So we said every month you have to give 3 formative assessments.
Great.
Whatever they are, depending. It could be a cross-disciplinary project. It could be a paper pencil test. It could be a viva. It could be a skit. It could be a role play, whatever it is, because we were really doing a lot of differentiated instruction also in the classroom and the VARC model and all of that. So we had to do, and the shorter months, we did 2 assessments. So, but we did 2 to 3 assessments per subject. And and it was up to the teacher to decide what kind of assessment it was based on. So 2 things came out of that. One, we were able to address different learners as well as the whole skill gap piece. And 2, it gave teachers the feedback on what they were teaching and how they were teaching.
Sure.
For example, if all the kids were getting 0, okay, why? So there was a reflection on the pedagogy as well. So that was also, so there was a twofold this thing. So now we've got a lot of data of formative assessments, and we are actually analyzing it in quarters, 3 months. So we've done April, May, June, and we are seeing the trend in all the different subjects. Is it increasing, decreasing? So that way we have the feedback on what type. Then we are looking into, okay, if it dipped, why did it dip? Was it the activity?
And it's also probably helping you to give concrete feedback to the teachers also.
Exactly. And also it's helping, whether, okay, should we continue with this, with the, lesson plans that we've created for the rest of the, we do 2-week lesson plans. The teachers are supposed to create a 2-week lesson plan. So do we continue, or do we review, or do we? Yeah.
I totally agree with you. Like when I was teaching calculus in the US, I tried this experiment in my class with the freshman students, because what happens in the US is usually the freshman students are the least engaged because they have entered, it's the first year of college and they really want to have fun. And maths is not something that they want to engage with. So I started doing this end of class quiz, which was usually either 1 or 2 questions. We used to call it a quiz there. And the idea was that it was so simple. The quiz was so simple that I could evaluate all the 35 responses within half an hour. Okay.
Exactly.
It took to evaluate 1 response. That's the max I spent on it. But just the fact that I was doing a quiz, right, created better engagement levels. It's not important what kind, it was not a challenging quiz, but the fact that there was a quiz and they could score some marks which were added to their semester marks, I think that itself made them more serious, and just the whole philosophy of having it there. वो जैसे होता है ना कि एक घर में कुत्ता रख देते हैं तो वैसे ही चोर भाग जाते हैं, वह चाहे हो सकता है वो कुत्ता चोरों से डरता हो, है ना, चोर नहीं आता, वो सोचता है कि कुत्ता बैठा हुआ है इसलिए आना नहीं है. So I use that philosophy slightly.
Yeah.
Let